Alright, welcome to part 2 of my lesson on how to play Unchained. In this part we're going to cover the intro. Now, as suggested in part 1, you should now have your guitar tuned down 1/2 step to an E flat. Then the low E string should be tuned down 2 more steps. This is referred to as drop D tuning, but really we're tuning down to a C sharp here, not a D, because the whole guitar was already tuned down 1/2 step. Okay, so to get us started, I'm going to play a demo of the intro up until the verse, and then we'll break it down. Okay, so let's just start with an explanation of those chords used in that main riff. Okay, so we're going to start off with a bar chord that begins on the 5th fret and starts on the A string here, where I'm going to bar across, beginning on the A string, all the way across the fretboard. Then I'm going to take my ring finger and bar it from the D string to the B string. So I have a chord that sounds like this. Okay, then I'm going to take my pinky and put it 1 fret up on the B string to make a chord that sounds like this. So together. Okay, then I'm going to take this same bar chord and move it all the way down to the 1st fret and make a chord that sounds like this. Then I'm going to take my pinky again, put it on the next fret up on the B string to make this chord. But then I'm going to pull it off and play the bar chord open again. So altogether down here it sounds like this. Okay, so up until this point we've got okay, now I'm going to move it up 2 more frets. Same kind of bar chord, only 2 frets up. And I'm going to do the same thing I did down there at the 1st fret. Then I'm going to go back up to the 5th fret, the original chord, and play the same thing I did in the beginning. So all together it sounds like this. Okay, now next I'm going to take this bar chord and move it up to the 8th fret and make a chord that sounds like this. And then we're going to play this riff. So what I did was I started off doing the same thing we did down there in the other positions. And I did the, pinky on the next fret up on the B string. But then I'm just going to play a portion of the bar chord here, and I'm going to do this little thing where I play the D string of the bar chord, and then I play the top 3 strings of the bar chord. So it goes like this. And then it ends with this final chord here where I'm going to lift off my ring finger keeping it on the D string there, on the 10th fret. And then I'm going to have my middle finger on the G string on the 9th fret, and then my index finger on the B string of the 8th fret. So our chord here sounds like this. Okay, so now that whole riff with all those elements sounds like this. Okay, so now all together from the beginning all the way up to that point, it sounds like this. Of course, in between those chord riffs, he's doing that really tight sort of pouncing rhythm on the low E string, which makes that intro sound really cool. So adding that element sounds like this. Now to get that really low pouncing rhythm, you want to muffle all the strings with your palm down here at the bridge. So I'm going to lightly put my palm over all the strings, and then I'm just going to strum the E string with downstrokes. So it sounds like this. Of course, our E string is tuned 2 steps down, which makes it even more low and sort of crunchy sounding. Now muffling here at the bridge also allows you to tighten up those chords as you go, so that they're not constantly ringing out, and it really isolates that low E sort of rhythm. Now one common mistake I've noticed when people are covering the song is that when they're doing that pouncing rhythm in the beginning, they're not counting out the same number of beats that Eddie does when he does the intro. For example, in the very first chord progression, when he first does the pouncing on the E string, he does a set of 5. And then the rest of the times he does sets of 4 and sets of 2. So that very first time he's doing 5. So let me sort of show you how that sounds, and I'll count it out as I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so let me play the opening riff one more time, just really slow, before we add flanger to the mix.